What happens when the supposed landslide victory for Donald Trump begins to unravel? After the election,
Here today, get out and vote. You know that.
many rushed to declare Trump's win as a decisive mandate, a clear signal that the nation was behind him. But as the dust settled and more votes were counted, the picture started to shift. Trump's share of the popular vote dropped below 50%, challenging the narrative of a resounding victory. Enter David Pakman, a voice who's always ready to challenge the status quo. He dives deep into the numbers and political dynamics that others might overlook. What's the real story behind the headlines? Why does this shift in perception matter? And what does it mean for the future of Trump's presidency? Stick around, because this conversation is about to get more complex. And trust me, what happens next will surprise you. Right after the election, there was a flurry of excitement, with many claiming that Trump had secured a landslide victory, positioning him as a leader with a massive mandate to push his agenda. It seemed like an undeniable win, but as more votes came in, something unexpected happened.
This is a magnificent victory for the American people that will allow us to make America great again. Oh,
Trump's share of the popular vote dropped below 50%, leaving the idea of a landslide feeling less certain. In fact, Trump's lead was razor-thin, and when you look at the numbers, it becomes clear. More than half of voters chose someone else. So, here's the big question. Can you really claim victory when most people voted for the other guy? It's not just about the final number of votes, it's about what that number really means in the larger context of the nation's political landscape. Was this victory really as definitive as it first appeared, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? The shift in public opinion isn't just a detail. It's a game changer, and it raises important questions about the future direction of American politics. Let's take a closer look at the numbers. In the 2024 election, Donald Trump received 49.9% of the popular vote. That might sound like a win, but here's the twist. 50.1% of the vote went to other candidates, with most of that split between Kamala Harris and others. This is a far cry from the overwhelming victory many were claiming in the aftermath. For instance, while polls show that most voters support abortion rights and fairer taxation for the wealthy, they still went with Trump. Why? It seems many felt that the current system wasn't working for them. Whether it was due to the economy, their frustration with the status quo, or their disillusionment with Harris, they decided that a change was worth the risk, even if it meant voting against their own policy preferences. So, what was the real reason they voted the way they did? It's clear, it wasn't just about the issues, it was about trust, identity, and a desire for something different. Despite the policy gaps, Trump's brand of leadership seemed more appealing than Harris's. It's a shift in voter behavior that's hard to ignore. Here's the big question. If public opinion is clearly shifting left on major issues like abortion and taxation, why does the political landscape still seem to be moving right? It's a paradox that has many people scratching their heads. More voters than ever support policies like higher taxes on the wealthy and the protection of abortion rights. But despite these growing liberal stances, Donald Trump, a candidate who doesn't exactly align with these issues, comes out on top. This tension between public opinion and political leadership highlights a crucial disconnect. Voters are increasingly progressive on social issues, yet the leaders they choose seem to be heading in the opposite direction.
Or that they're convinced there's cheating going on, and they sort of want to be the hero of their own story and go in and find that and what they're going to find.
It's almost like the system itself isn't catching up with where the public stands. Trump, despite his controversial policies, tapped into something deeper: dissatisfaction with the political establishment, a desire for drastic change, and an appeal to those who feel left behind by the system. So, if public opinion is moving left, why does the political landscape appear to be moving right? The answer lies in the complexity of modern politics. It's not just about policies anymore. It's about identity, power, and who people trust to fix their problems. And right now, that's Trump. But here's the real twist. Despite what we've been told, Trump's win might not be as solid as it seems. The truth behind this supposed mandate is less about a resounding victory and more about the widespread dissatisfaction with the political establishment. Many voters didn't choose Trump because they fully agreed with his policies. Instead, they voted for him as a way to express their frustration with the status quo. Trump has built his brand as a populist figure, someone who speaks directly to the concerns of everyday Americans, particularly those who feel ignored by traditional politicians. He's not just a candidate, he's a symbol of rebellion against a system that many believe has failed them. His appeal isn't just about policy, it's about identity and the promise of change. Even though Trump didn't win over the majority of voters, his message resonated with a large enough group to tip the scales in his favor. This is the real story behind his victory. It's not about a political mandate, but about the anger, frustration, and disillusionment with the political elite. And that's something we'll need to reckon with as we move forward. What will happen next is what truly matters, the fight that will define the next few years. While Trump may have secured the presidency, his ability to follow through with his agenda is far from guaranteed. The road ahead is littered with challenges, both from the opposition and even from within his own party. Resistance is already taking shape. Democrats, emboldened by the fact that a majority of voters did not support Trump, are preparing to push back against his policies at every turn. Grassroots movements and advocacy groups are likely to play a key role in rallying public opinion against controversial measures. But the resistance doesn't end there. Even within the Republican Party, there are factions wary of Trump's bold moves and unpredictable leadership style. These internal divisions could complicate his efforts to implement sweeping changes. The real test for Trump will be navigating this resistance while maintaining the support of the voters who put him in office. Can he deliver on his promises, or will the weight of opposition slow him down? The fight ahead will shape not only his presidency, but the political landscape for years to come. And as the dust settles, one thing is clear: the stakes have never been higher. Now it's your turn. What do you think about Trump's victory? Does it truly reflect a mandate, or is there more to the story? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you found this discussion thought-provoking, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Your engagement helps us dive deeper into the stories that matter most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.